Joining me is Dr. Pragya Yadav. She's a scientist at the ICMR, and she's going to talk to us all about the new threat, which is Delta Plus variant. Dr. Pragya, my first question to you is that there are reports doing the rounds that Delta Plus variant can evade vaccine immunity. Is that correct?
Thank you, Runjan. As we know that Delta Plus is actually evolved form of Delta variant, and in Delta Plus we have additional mutation is called K417N, which was reported in beta variant, which was reported originated from South Africa. And this particular mutation has been thought that it can evade the immune response and may doesn't work against the vaccine, which is already defined for spike protein specifically. That is why everybody is worried. And recently, the data which has come up with the Delta variant with the different vaccine, including Covaxin, Covishield, Pfizer vaccine, where though there was a reduction in their neutralization capacity, but the vaccine was working. If there are two dose was given, people were protected, and those people who has two dose of the vaccine, they did not end up in severity and death. The similar kind of data has come up from India and also from UK. This is the first point we have to remember, and because it is a derivative of Delta variant, uh, and inclusion of this additional mutant is causing worry. But I personally, as a scientific person, believe as Delta variant has worked against these vaccine, so it should be also work. But definitely, we need to raise the data in laboratory and come up with a clear-cut understanding exactly what is happening with the virus.
All right. So the ICMR believes that it's possible that vaccines could work on the Delta Plus variant as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
Dr. Pragya, now the parent of Delta Plus strain had created a havoc as far as the second wave in India is concerned. It was the dominant factor. It's believed now that Delta Plus perhaps could be a threat in the third wave. Is there any data to suggest that?
So far, we do not have any data on this angle. But yes, that is for sure. The whatever the data has come up, initial data from NIV and from National Institute of Epidemiology, NCDC, it is actually a support that most of the breakthrough cases and the infection was because of the Delta variant, and that caused the severity in second wave, not only in the India, but also UK has reported similar kind of picture. And now this Delta variant has spread in almost 80 countries in the globe. It has been really it has a very high transmissibility, and which is I think in the initially you remember that when the Alpha variant was introduced from UK, and it caused a huge number of not only cases in UK but in the rest of the world also. But this particular Delta variant has shown higher transmissibility than UK variant as well. And there was second worry, which was initially for the vaccine. May vaccine doesn't work, but fortunately, in spite of having very different mutations, the vaccine has shown a safe efficacy, I should say, and that has protected the individual who has two doses of vaccination. So I think we have to, yes, please.
I was saying that the initial data also suggests that Delta Plus has a strong binding to the receptors of the lung cells. What exactly does that mean?
So in the delta, the actually not the delta, because delta plus has all the characteristic of the delta, and I will talk on the delta. In the delta, there is a mutation, and that mutation increase the binding to AC2 receptors, and that is the reason that this virus will go bind to the lung cells and increase its activity. And also there is a one more mutation which increase its formulation of making more virus particles. In the some of the clinical data which has come up, it shows that the number of viremia, the number of viral copy number in the delta affected patients were higher in compared to other variant which was known earlier. These are the certain factors which really make everybody worry at the moment, not only to the India, but delta plus variant has been spread in other part of the world. And when we check the data in GSET 2 days back, more than 200 cases is now reported from India and other countries. So the number of this variant is slowly increasing, not but the good thing is that everybody is alert and genomic surveillance is in place, not only in the India, in other part of the world also, and people are having a close watch on the movement of this variant at the moment.
Do you think India needs to do much more in terms of genome sequencing?
So already the number initially it was 10 laboratory and ICMR has increased is increasing its numbers. Similarly, other major partners in INSACOG also has increased their number. So we are increasing the capacity and going more and more as the with the time. And but at the moment the early presence and detection of Delta Plus itself, so that we are on the track and we are doing good.
All right. So right now there is no cause of alarm or cause of worry, is what you're saying.
So I think for public health experts and the government and state government, yes, they have to be vigilant. They have to be, as even the Ministry of Health has sent advisory that in those states where these cases are being detected, they have to establish the containment zone, put the patient in isolation, so we don't see that increase of the cases happen in particular zone. So it is being monitored. Uh, for the normal public, yes, they have to follow all standard precautionary measure. Social distancing, vaccination has to be done as fast as possible, and mask practices. So for normal person, even though whatever, as we all speaking from the beginning, the variant doesn't cross the mask and it doesn't affect if you are having a good social distancing. So that mool mantra of is still exists for the common man, but for the government and for the public health expert and also the laboratory, we have to be vigilant. We have to do all our studies which is needed to understand this Delta Plus. Either it's a pathogenicity, transmissibility, or working against the vaccine. That has to be done at a very fast speed. Yes.
All right, Dr. Yadav, you're heading the research as far as Delta Plus is concerned in ICMR. What is an approximate time by which we have results, whether vaccines work on Delta Plus or not?
So usually, though we are constantly working, but for doing isolation and its titration, and then for the neutralization with the clinical sample, it takes 3 to 4 weeks. So hopefully, we should complete the study in that meantime.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Pragya Yadav, for speaking to us.
Thank you, Ms. Runzen.